35 years of teaching and every year of the cake productions. I've been involved with that.
Macbeth!
Not just drama, but debate.
That's great. I'll make sure you sign our...
Kathy knows everything. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Attend the king!
You know your own degrees. Sit down at first, at last. A hearty welcome.
Thanks to your majesty.
Ourselves will mingle with society and play the humble host. Our hostess keeps her state, but at the best time we still require her welcome.
Pronounce it for me, sir, to all our friends. For my heart speaks their welcome.
See, they encounter thee with their hearts' thanks. Both sides are even. Here I'll sit in the midst. Be large in your mirth. Anon, you drink a measure of the table round. Blood on thy face.
The banquos, then.
Better thee without than he within. Is he dispatched?
Aye, my lord, his throat is cut that much. I did for him.
Thou art the best of the cutthroats. Yet he's good that did the like for Fleance. Thou didst that. Thou art the non-Periel.
Leon's escaped.
Here comes my fit again. Else I had been perfect. Whole as the marble, founded as the rock, broad and general as the casing air. Now I'm cabined, cribbed, confined, bound into saucy doubts and fears. And Banquo is safe.
Aye, my lord, safe in a ditch he bides with 20 French gashes upon his head. The least a destination.
Thanks for that. There the grown serpent lies. The worm that's fled hath nature that in time will venom breed. No tooth for the present. Get thee gone, we'll hear ourselves again tomorrow.
My royal lord, would you like him to cheer? The feast is sold that is not often vouched. While it is a making, it is given with welcome. To feed were best done at home, and then the sauce to meat, ceremony. Meetings was there without it.
Sweet remembrance, sir. Now, good digestion, wait on appetite, and health on both.
May it please your highness six.
Here had we now our country's on a roof, with a gracious person of our banquet present, whom I may rather challenge for unkindness than pity for mischance.
His absence lays blame upon his promise. Please, your highness, to grace us with your royal company.
The table's full.
Here is a place reserved, sir.
Where?
Here, my good lord.
Which of you have done this?
What, my lord?
Thou canst say I did this. Never shake thy gory locks at me.
Gentlemen, rise. His highness is
Sit,
not well.
worthy friend. My lord is often thus, and has been since his youth. Pray you, keep seat. The fit is momentary. Upon a thought he will be well again. If much you note him, you will extend his passions and offend him. Feed, regard him not. Are you a man?
I to dare look upon that which might appall the devil.
Oh, proper stuff. This is the very painting of your fear. This is the air-drawn dagger which you said led you to Duncan. Oh, flaws and starts. Imposters, true fear would be a woman's story at a winter's fire, authorized by her granddad. Why, for shame, why do you such faces? When all is said, you look but on a stool.
Prithee, see there, behold, look. Lo, what say you? What care I? Thou canst not. Speak too. If charnel houses and our graves must send those that we bury back, our monuments should be the maws of kites.
Quite unmanned by folly.
As I stand here, I saw.
Why? For shame.
Blood hath been shed here now. In the olden times, ere the humane statue purged the gentle wheel. Aye, and since too murders have been performed, too terrible for the eye. The time had been, the brains were out, and the man were dead, and there an end. Now they rise again with 20 mortal murders on our crown, and mush us from our skulls. It is more strange that such a murder is.
My
yet. Do not muse at me, my worthy friends. I have a strange infirmity which is nothing to those that know me. Come, health and love and all, then I'll sit down. Give me a drink, fill full. I drink to the general joy of the whole table and to our dear friend Banquo, whom we miss, were he were here. To all and to him we thirst, and all to all.
Our duties and the pledge.
I bought it with my sight! Thy bones are marrowless. Thy blood is cold. Thou hast no speculation in those eyes which thou dost glare with.
Think of this, good peers, but as a thing of custom, it is no other. Only it spoils the nature of the time.
What man dare? I dare! Approach thou like the rugged Russian bear, or the armed rhinoceros, or the hurricane tiger. Take any shape but that, and my firm nerves shall never tremble. I'll be alive again, and dare me to the desert with thy sword. If trembling I inhabit, then protest me the baby of a girl. Hence, horrible shadow, unreal mockery, hence! Hence! Why so, being gone, am I a manic? Pray, sit still. Please.
You have displaced the mirth. You have broke the meeting with a most admired disorder.
Can such things be? And overcome us like a summer's cloud without our special wonder? You make me strange even to the disposition that I owe, when now I can think that you can behold such sights and keep the natural ruby of your cheeks when mine are blanched with fear.
What sights, my lord?
Pray you, speak not. He grows worse and worse. Questions enrage him. At once, good night. Stand not upon the order of your going, but go at once.
Good night, and better health attend his majesty.
A kind good night to all.
It shall have blood, they say. Blood will have blood. Stones have been known to move, and trees to speak. Augurs and understood relations have by magpies and chalks and rooks brought forth the secretest man of blood. What is the night?
Almost at odds with the day, which is which.
How sayest thou that Macduff denies his person at our great bidding?
Did you send to him, sir?
I heard it, by the way. But I will send. There's not a one of him, but in his house I keep a servant feed. I will tomorrow, and betimes I will to the weird sisters. More shall they speak, for I am bent to know by the worst means the worst. For mine own good, all causes shall be way. I am stepped in blood so far that should I wade no further, returning were as tedious as to go over. Strange things I have, in head, that will to hand, which must be acted ere they may be scattered.
You lack the season of all nature. Sleep!
Come, go to sleep. My strange and self-abuse is the initiate fear that wants hard use. But yet young indeed.
How now, Hecate? You look angrily.
Have I not reason? Belgians as you are, saucy and overbold. How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your by the strength of their illusion, will draw him on to his confusion. He shall spurn fate, scorn death, and bear his hopes for reason, grace, and fear. And you all know, security is mortal's chiefest enemy. Come away.
Away.
Come away.
Away.
Come away.
Away.
Come away.
Away.
I come. With all the speed I may. With all the speed I may. Hark, I am called. Oh, my little spirit, see, sits in a foggy cloud and stays for me.
Come, let's make haste. She'll be back again soon.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts and interpret father. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth, married he was dead. And the right valiant Banquo walked to me. Woo, you may say, if it please you, Fleon's killed, for Fleon's fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and Donalbain to kill their gracious father? Damned it fat, how did grieve Macbeth? Did he not straight in Pyrrhus rage the two delinquents here, that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep? Was that not nobly done? Aye, and wisely too. But 'twould have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So that I say, he has borne all things well. And I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his key, as and it please heaven he shall not, they should find what 'twere to kill a father. So should Fleon's. But peace, for from broad words, and 'cause he failed his presence at the tyrant's feast, Macduff lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where he bestows himself?
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court, and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing take from his high respect. Thither Macduff is gone to prey upon the holy king, to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward, that, by help of these with him above to ratify the work, we may again bring meat to our table, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive free honor, all which we pine for now. But this report hath so exasperated the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Sent he to Macduff?
He did, with an absolute, "Sir, not I." The cloudy messenger turns me his back and hums, "Who should say you'll rue the time upon with this answer?"
And that well might advise him to a caution to hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my prayers with him.
Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed. Thrice and once the head pig whined. Champion calls, "'Tis time, 'tis time." Time. Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad, that under cold stone, days and nights has 31. Swelter venom sleeping got, boil first in the charmed pot.
dark and secret midnight hags. What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, howe'er you come to know it. Answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged, the trees fall down, though castles topple on their warders here, and palaces and pyramids slope their heads toward their foundation, though the treasure of nature's Germans tumble all together, even till destruction sickens, answer me to what I ask.
Speak.
Command will answer.
Say, if thou hast rather hear it from our mouth or
From our masters.
Call him, let me see him.
Pour in sow's blood that had eaten his 9 pharaoh. Grease that hath sweaten from the murderer's gibbet, throw into the flame.
Come high or low, thyself and office deftly show.
By unknown power, speak.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but speak thou not.
Macbeth! 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 Beware Macduff! Beware the bane of fight! Dismiss me! Enough!
There thou hast. For thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast half my fear, all right, but one word more.
Ha! He will not be commanded. Here is another, more potent than the first.
Macbeth! Macbeth! Macbeth!
Thy 3 years I hear thee.
Be bloody bold and resolute, lap to scorn. The power of man, for none of woman born, shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance double sure, and take a bond of fate. You shall not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies in sleep in spite of thunder. This that arrives like the issue of a king, and on its baby brow the round and top of sovereignty.
This is it. But speak not to it.
Be lion metal, proud, and take no care who chafes, fronts, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquish fate, until great Burnham Wood to high Johnson Angel shall come against him.
That will never be! Who can impress the forest, bid the earthbound root, earthbound tree unfix his root? We cloudments join. Rebellious dead shall never rise, till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high place Macbeth shall live his lease of nature and pay his breath to time and mortal custom. For my heart throbs to know one thing more. Thou power can say so much. Tell me, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse shall fall upon thee.
Show. Show.
Show.
Show his eyes and grieve his heart.
Come like shadows and so depart.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Away! And thy crown. The crown seareth mine eyeballs. Thine. The golden hair, like the first. And the third, like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? Four starred eyes. What? Will the line stretch out to the crack of doom? Yet another. Yet another. And the seventh. I'll see no more. purple scepters fall, and two-fold fall, horrible eyes. Now I see his truth. The blood-bolted Banquo smiles at me and points at them for his. Why, what is this so?
Aye, sir, all this is so. But why stands Macbeth so amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites, and show the best of our delights. I'll charm the air to make a sound, as we perform our antics round, that this great king can kindly say, our duties we did welcome pay.
But where are they gone? Let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in, thee, without there.
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride. Damn be those that trust them. Thought I heard a galloping of horse. Who was it that came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England.
Aye, my good lord.
Time! Ha! Thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighty purpose is never overtook unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the first things of my heart shall be the first things of my hand, and even now, to crown my thought with acts, this thought and deed. The castle Macduff I shall surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do before this purpose. But no more sights. Take me to these gentlemen where they are.
What had he done to make him fly the land? You must have patience, madam. He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors. You know not whether was his wisdom or his fear. To leave his wife, to leave his babes, his mansion, and his titles, all the place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. He wants the natural touch. For the poor wren, the most
coach you. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence, with your little ones. Oh, to fight you thus, methinks I am too savage to do you worse, for fell cold you, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer. Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. Oh, but I remember now, I am in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable. Oh, to do good sometimes counts a dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defenses in that I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayest find him.
He's a traitor!
Thou liest, thou shaggy villain!
Where you at, young fry of treachery?
I'm killed, mother! Run away! I pray you!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men bestride our downfall and hurt them. To mourn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it fell in Scotland, and yet out like syllable of dolor.
What I believe I'll wail, what no believe, and what I can redress, as I shall find the time to friend I will. What you have spoke, it may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. The angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance even there where I did find my doubts. Why in that rawness left you wife and child? Those precious motives, those strong knots of love without leave taking. I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think.
Bleed, bleed for country. Great tyranny! Lay thou thy bases sure, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs. The title is afeard. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain thou thinkest, for the whole space that's in the villain's grasp, and the riches to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day it gashes out into her wounds. I think with all there be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, where I shall tread upon the tyrant's head or wear it upon my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed.
What should he be?
It is myself by me, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted that, when they shall be opened, Black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor estate esteem him as a lamb, being compared with my confineless harms.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking every sin that has a name. But there's no bottom, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. And my desire, all consummate impediments would overbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such a one to reign.
boundless intemperance in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the untimely emptying of the happy throne and fall of many kings. But do not fear! Do not fear to take upon you that which is yours. We have willing dames enough. There cannot be that vulture in you to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
With this, there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a stanchless avarice that, were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels in this other's house, and my more having would be as a sop to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice sticks deeper, grows with more pernicious root than summer seeming lust. It hath been the sword of our slain kings. Do not fear to take upon you that which is yours. Scotland hath poisons to fill up your will of your mere own. All these are portable with other graces, Wade.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of Concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Oh, Malcolm. Malcolm!
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. Nation miserable, an untitled tyrant, bloody sceptered. Shall thou see thy wholesome days again, since that the truest issue of thy throne by his own interdiction stands accursed, and does blaspheme his own breed. Thy royal father was a sainted king, a queen that bore thee oftener on her knees than on her feet died every day she lived. Very well. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland.
Macduff! This noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth by many of these trains hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over credulous haste. But God above deal between me and thee, for even now I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak my own detraction. Here observe the taints and blades I lay upon myself for strangers to my nature. I am yet unknown to woman, never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was my own. At no time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I am truly is thine, and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed, before thy near approach, old seaward, with 10,000 more like men, already at a point was setting forth. Now we'll together, and our chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel. But why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile.
More anon. Comes the king forth, I pray you.
Aye, sir. There's a crew of wretched souls that stay his cure. Their convinces the greatest say of art. But at his touch, such sanctity had heaven given his hand, they presently amend.
Thank you, Doctor.
What's the disease he means?
'Tis called the evil, a most miraculous work in this good king, which often since by hero made in England I've seen him do. Oh, how he solicitates heaven himself best knows. But strangely visiting people, all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye, the mere despair of surgery he cures, hanging a golden stamp about their necks put on with holy prayers. And to spoken to the succeeding royalty, he leads the healing benediction. With this strange virtue, he hath the heavenly gift of prophecy, and sundry blessings hang about his throne that speak him full of grace.
See who comes here.
Oh, it's my countryman, but yet I know him not.
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know him now. Good God, the time's removed, that means that makes us strangers.
Sir, amen.
Stands Scotland where it did?
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. And good men's blush, fire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sicken.
A relation too nice, yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute seems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why well.
And all my children?
Well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Niggard of your speech, how goes?
When I came hither to transport the tidings which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witness the rather for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland could create soldiers, make our women fight to doff their dire distresses.
Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men, an older and a better soldier none that Christendom gives out.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air where here it should not lash them.
What concern then? The general cause? Or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but it is share some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
Huh. I guess at it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue cry, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard. Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered, to relate the manner whereon the quarry of these murdered deer, to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven. Oh, what man? Never pull your hat upon your brow. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the overfront heart and bids it break.
All of my children?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
I must be from thence. My wife killed too?
I have said,
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children. Did you say all of my pretty ones? All? Oh, well done. Oh. Pretty chickens and no dad one. Well, sweet.
Dispute this like a man.
I shall do so. I must also view it as a man. I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful victim, we're all struck beneath. I am, not for their own demerits, but for my own fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest them down.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger, blunt not the heart, and rage it.
I could play the woman with mine eyes, and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. my sword's length set him. And if he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have 2 nights watched with you, and can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last saw?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightrobe upon her, open her closet, take forth paper, write on it, read it, afterwards seal it, and then again return to bed. Yet all this while she is fast asleep.
A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep, and do the effect of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides for walking and other actual performances, what at any time did you hear her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
Say to me, and 'tis most meet to do.
Neither to you nor no one having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo, here she comes, and upon my life fast asleep. Observe her, stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. She has light by her continually. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but her sense is shut.
What is it she does now? Look, how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action with her to seem thus washing her hands. I have known her to do it a quarter of an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out! Damn spot! Out, I say! 1, 2. Why then, 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky! By my lord God, a soldier and a fear. What needs we fear? Who knows it? And none can call our power to account. Yet, who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him?
Do you mock that?
The famous wife. My wife. Where is she now? Oh, what? Will these hands never be clean? Oh. More of that, my lord. More of it. You mar all by this dirty.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoke what she should not. I am sure of that. Oh, heaven knows what she has known.
Oh, here's the smell of blood still. Oh, the perfumes in Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh!
What a sigh is there. The heart is sorely tried.
I would not have heart in my bosom for the dignity of a whole body.
Well.
Oh, pray God it be, sir.
This disease is beyond my practice. Yet I have known those who walked in their sleep and who died holily in their bed.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo is buried. He cannot come out of the grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There is knocking at the gate. Oh, come, give me your hand. It's done cannot be undone. Oh, to bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural acts do breed unnatural trouble. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than a physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Keep from her the means of all annoyance, but still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor. The English power is near, led by Malcolm, his uncle Seward, and the good Macduff. Revenge is burn in them, for their dear cause is wood to the bleeding, and grim alarm excite the mortified man.
Near Burnham Wood shall we well meet them. That way are they coming.
Who knows if Donalbain be with his brother?
For certain, sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry. There's Seward's son, and many unrough youths that even now protest their first of manhood.
What does the tyrant? Great Dunstan he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad. Others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury. But for certain he cannot buckle his distempered talk within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murders sticking to his hands? Now minutely revolts upbraid his fate reach. Those he commands move only in command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief.
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there? Well, march we on, to give obedience where 'tis truly owed. Meet we at the medicine of the sickly wheel, and with him pour we in our country's purge each drop of us.
Or as much as it needs to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds. Make we our march toward Burnham!
Bring me no reports, let them fly all! The Burnham Wood come to Dunsinane. I cannot think with fear. What's that boy Malcolm? Was he not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. No man born of woman shall ever have power over thee. So fly, false thanes, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by and the heart I bear shall never sag with doubt or shake with fear. The devil damn thee, black thou cream-faced loon! Where gott'st thou that goose look?
There is 10,000
Geese, villain!
soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overread thy fear, thou lily-livered boy. What soldiers, Patch?
The English bosses.
Death of thy soul! Those linen cheeks of thine have counselors to fear! What soldiers, wave face?
The English forces, so please you.
Take thy face hence! Satan! This push will either cheer me ever or deceive me now. I've lived long enough. My way of life has fallen into the sear. The golden leaf. And that which should accompany old age is honor, love, obedience, troops of friends I must not look to have. And in their stead, curses, not loud, but deep. Mouth honor which the poor heart would fain deny. Satan! Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
My lord has been confirmed, which has been reported.
I will fight until from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
'Tis not needed yet,
I
sir.
will put it on. Send out more horses. Scare the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. Give me my armor. How goes thy patient, doctor?
I'm not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with incoming fancies which keep her from her rest.
I'll cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck out from the memory a rooted sorrow, raise out a written trouble of the brain, and with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that terrible stuff which weighs upon the heart?
Therein, the patient must minister to himself.
Throw physic to the dog. I'll none of it! Put on my armor, give me my staff. Seton, send out. Doctor, my things fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, catch the water of my land, find a disease, purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud you to the very echo that would applaud again. Take it off, I say. What rhubarb? What senna? What purgative drug will scour these English heads. Hearest thou of them?
Aye, my lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me! I will not fight or fear till death or bane come to Burnham Wood.
Were I from Dunsinane, away and clear, Crawford again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe.
We doubt it nothing. What is this before us? The wood of Burnham?
Let every soldier hew down a bow and bear it before him. Thereby we will shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery and report of us.
Shall be done. We'll learn no other. A confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane and will endure our setting down before it.
'Tis his main hope. For where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt. And none serve with him but constrained things whose hearts are absent too.
Let our just censors attend the true event. Put beyond industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that we will with due decision make us known what we say we have and what we owe. Thoughts speculative and our unsure hopes relate, but certain strokes must arbitrate. Towards which? Advance the war!
Advance the war!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will offer siege to scorn. Here, let them lie until the famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those who should be ours, we might have let them tearful, beard to beard, and beat them backward home. Wherefore was that sound?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I'd almost forgotten the taste of fear. At the time it then my senses would have cooled to hear a nighttime shriek. I've supped full of horrors. Direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts cannot once start me. Wherefore was thy noise?
The queen! The queen, my lord, is dead!
She should have died hereafter! There would have been time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day. For the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays of blighted fools away to dusty death. Out! Out, brief candle. Life but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Now comes to use thy tongue, thy story quick.
Gracious, my lord, I should report that which I say I saw, but know not how to do it.
Well, say so.
As I did stand my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon methought the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it be not so. Within this 3 mile may you see it coming. I say a moving grove!
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, until famine cling thee! If thy speech is sooth, I care not. Thou doest as much for me. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like truth. Fear not, Macbeth, till burn of wood come to Dunsinane. And now, a tree, a whole wood, come to Dunsinane. On and out. If what ye about us does appear, there'll be no tarrying hence or fleeing here. I begin to weary of the sun. Wish the estate of this world were undone. Blow, wind, come rack. At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Throw down and show like those you are. You were the uncle. Shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take upon us what else remains to do according to our order.
Very well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight, let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak, give them breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
Oh, hail Scotland!
Tied me to a stake, I cannot fly. But bear-like I must fight the course. What he that was not born of woman? Is such a one to fear or none?
What is thy name?
Thou would be afraid to hear it.
No. Though thou callest thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name is Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
No, nor one more.
Thou liest aboard, tyrant. With my sword, I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Thou wast born of woman. Sword I laugh at, weapons laugh to scorn. Brandished by a man, it's of a woman.
That way the noise is! Tyrant, show thy face! Thou beest slain, and with no stroke of mine, my wife and children's ghosts will haunt me still. Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattened edge I sheathe again undeeded. There shouldst thou be. By this great noise, one of the greatest deeds seems rooted. Let me find him fortune. More I beg not.
This way, my lord! The castle's densely rendered. The day itself almost professes yours, and little is to do.
We have met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, sir, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whilst I see lives, gas is the better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all else men, I have avoided thee. I get thee back. My soul is too much charred with the blood of thine already.
I have no words. Voice is in my sword. Thou bloody a villain, and terms can get thee out.
Thou losest labor! As easy as mayest thou the entrench'd air with thy keen sword impress, as make me bleed. Let fall thy blade on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one woman born.
angel whom thou still hast served, tell thee, Macduff was from his mother's womb untimely ripped.
Cursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. Be these juggling fiends no more believed, that palter with us in a double sense, and keep the word of promise to our ear, break it from our hope. I'll not fight with thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and gaze of the time. We'll have thee as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole, and there under writ, here may you see the tyrant.
I will not yield. To kiss the ground below young Malcolm's feet, or to be beaten with a rabble's curse. No Burnham wood remove the Dunsa name, and thou oppose me of no woman born. Yet I will fight to the last. Before my body I lay my warlike shield. Lay on, Macduff, and damn be him that first cries hold.
Some must go off, and then we have to buy their subsidies so parade today is cheaply bought.
Duff is missing and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He only lived but till he was a man. But no sooner had his prowess been confirmed in the unshrinking station where he fought, but like a man he died.
Then is he dead?
Aye, and carried off the field.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God soldier he be. Had I as many sons as I had hairs, I would not wish him a fairer death, and so his knell is knolled.
He's worth more sorrow now, and that I'll spend for him.
No. They say he paid his well and parted well, and so God soldier he be. There comes you a comfort.
Hail, King! For so thou art. Behold, where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee compassed with thy kingdom's pearl, who speak my salutation in their minds, whose voices I desire to hear aloud with mine. Hail, King of Scotland.
Hail, King of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several laws and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this deadly butcher and his fiend-like queen, who as 'tis thought by self and violent hands took up her life. This, and what evil else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measure, time, and place. So, thanks to all at once, and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.
All hail, King of Scotland!